Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of AM Minnesota. Al Spitzak, who's going to be a Grand Marshal at the North Morristown 4th of July event, I thought was going to be with us today. But he sent us some other folks who are just as knowledgeable as he about the 125th annual July 4th celebration in North Morristown. This really is one of my favorite events. Once again, thanks to some community members, we're going to be broadcasting the patriotic program. This is one of the reasons why I love this event so much, because I think that's putting the holiday in its proper perspective, having the patriotic program. So following the parade, we'll be broadcasting that here on KDHL. This year they're recognizing Vietnam veterans. That's awesome. The usual events are going on. We'll be talking about that this morning with our distinguished panel of guests that Alice sent my way. We have Juanita Kruger. We have Juanita's dad, Carl, who's got very cold hands this morning. We've got Pam Wagner, and is it Bozy, Tim? Is that how I say that?
Correct.
Okay. Whew. I need you close to that mic. It's a close operating mic, by the way.
That's correct.
So, anyway, Juanita, you're supposed to be Al today. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, actually, I'm the chairman of the 4th of July 125th celebration.
Oh, you've taken
portion of the 4th of July. Al is the big wheel of the entire celebration, but we are adding a few special features, and so I'm the chair of that portion.
Well, you've got to love that. So you stepped up, huh? Did you retire from teaching?
No, I'm still teaching at North Morristown.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Then you taught in Iowa for a while, right?
I did.
And then you taught here in town, didn't you? Lutheran school here in town?
I substituted.
Oh, okay.
In Faribault.
Well, a substitute's a teacher, too. So.
That's true.
So you haven't retired?
No, not yet.
So you like it in North Morristown?
Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. The kids are great. Families are great. It's a great place to raise kids and teach kids.
How many kids do you have now?
Last year we had 11. So, of course, we never know who comes in the door, and we welcome anybody who's interested to check us out.
And I'm going to guess you went to school there.
I did. I'm an alum, and my father's an alum, and
wow.
My grandparents are alums. So
that's quite a tradition.
So
awesome tradition. And again, Mr. Bozy is with us. Tim, you're from that area, right?
Yes, I am.
Did you go to North Morristown?
I did.
Oh, cool.
Yep, I am an alumni, too.
Is your wife from there, too?
Yes. Actually, Pam is my mother-in-law.
Did you guys meet in school?
We known each other since first grade. We did not go to kindergarten together, but we went the rest of the whole way through, so.
So she's the only girlfriend you ever had?
Well, no, but yes.
Okay, I'm scratching my head over this. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Remember my mother-in-law sitting right next
to
me.
Yeah.
So.
I forgot that for just a second. But she understands.
Yeah, oh, yes.
She had more than one beau in her day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Many, I'm sure.
How do you know if you have the right one if you don't, have a few along the way prior to the one that is your soulmate?
What you got, the good one that you got and you kept. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're the pyro...
I take care of the fireworks. I have been in charge of that since 2003.
I was going to say pyromaniac,
yeah,
but that
pyromaniac
probably wasn't the word to use.
Sometimes it gets kind of chaotic out there, but we try to keep our wits about us. And
so you must have a license for this.
I do, yes. You have to have a license through the state fire marshal. I got that in 2003. Bob Mueller used to take care of it, and I had helped Bob before that, and Bob had was going to take a vacation down to... I think he's got family down in Tennessee. And he went down there. He said, I need somebody to shoot this show. And he said, you're the one. And I have been the one since. So.
And I can tell by the look on your face that you really enjoy this.
I do. We shoot off multiple other shows throughout the year at different town celebrations. Madison Lake, Waseca, Spring Valley, Minnesota.
Well, that's my hometown.
Yep. We shoot off there.
Don't tell them you know me down there, though. You might not get out of town.
For Ag Days, they're Ag Days. That's what we show. There's,
all right.
I think, 9 shows throughout the year that we shoot off.
It's amazing. In studio today are some folks from North Morristown. I want to say that right. North Morristown. We have with us Juanita Kruger, Tim Bosey, Pam Wagner, and Carl Kruger. We didn't get to visit with Pam yet, so if you could please, Pam, your involvement in this, you must have been on the committee for how many years?
Well, I married into this celebration kind of about 41 years ago.
Cool.
And my family took over the pie stand. It's probably close to 30 years ago from my husband's aunt who ran the pie stand.
You're my
previous
favorite
to
person then, because I love pies.
that. Well, we sell a lot.
I know. You have any idea how many pies you go through?
Last year it was around 1,000 pieces, and we sold out by 3 o'clock.
1,000 pieces of pie. So how many pies will that be, you think?
We generally get about 6 pieces per pie. Some of them are a little larger. We get 7, but...
Okay. Juanita's the teacher, so I'll let her do the math.
And we also sell some whole pies, which aren't accounted for because we, go by count by the number of plates we go through.
That's amazing. 1,000 pieces of pie. You know what amazes me the most is the variety you have.
Yeah, I think last year we had at one point about 30-some different varieties.
And you know there was such a thing. Well, I shouldn't say that. Do you have a favorite pie?
I like the pecan pie.
Now, after seeing 1,000 slices of pie go out, you probably don't care for pie the rest of the year, right?
No, I have pies in my freezer year-round. I even bought a special freezer to put the pies in.
Oh, okay. Do you have a favorite pie, Carl?
Yeah, apple.
Apple?
Yes, I do. I have apple pie is my favorite.
Okay. Do you like, there's all kinds of different kinds of apple pie.
Oh, yeah, right. I like the one with the no dough on top, but just sprinkled with sugar just on the bare apples. That's the ones I like.
Ooh. You guys are making me hungry today.
Right.
But they do. They have every kind of, they have fruit pies. Do you have chocolate pies? I don't remember.
Yes, we have chocolate pies, even a vinegar pie.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good at all.
It actually goes over pretty good.
The vinegar pie?
Yes.
If you had this yourself?
I do make a vinegar pie, but it's different from the one that is brought in.
Oh, okay. So you're a pie person yourself.
Oh, yes.
I mean, in terms of making pies.
Yes.
I made my first pie last year for Thanksgiving. Pumpkin pie. Easiest pie to make, they tell me.
Was it very good, I'm sure?
Yes, it was good. I will say, if I do say so myself. Now, I'm cooking for myself, so I mean, you can tolerate a little burning of the edges of the crust or something.
Now, do you use real whipped cream on your pie?
No. Nope. My dad used to bring real whipped cream to every one of our celebrations. He was a dairy guy. So, Carl, you've been in the parade probably ever since you were a wee little lad.
Well, yeah, I remember back in 1938, the first thing I remember, about 38, the old church got struck by lightning and burnt down, and that's why I remember that. We used to have horse races, tug-of-wars, and catch the greasy hog. But then it wasn't as big as it is now. We'd maybe have 400 or 500 people there, but they come just to have a visit, have a beer or two. Bought 2 bottles of Flex beer for $0.25, a bottle of orange pop for $0.05, big ice cream cone for $0.05, hamburgers for 15, 20
You guys
cents.
ever thought about rolling back these prices this year for your 125th?
Well, I don't know if they will or not.
You get 2 beers for $0.25, piece of pie for $0.05. You should see the looks I'm getting here in studio, folks.
We have to remember, this is a fundraiser.
No, I know. It's for the school, right, Juanita?
That is correct.
So this cuts down on the tuition, or how is that used?
Yes, it keeps the cost very affordable, which is why if you're thinking of a change for your child, this would be a great opportunity to look into us, because the 4th of July does support the school and help pay for the salaries and materials that are used.
Now, I don't know if anybody's ever done a count of people that are at the North Morristown picnic. Your father said there were just a few hundred back in the 30s. It's got to be thousands now.
6,000, 7,000. I don't know. I don't know how you count.
Right. But it's amazing. Now, the buttons are required for everything this year, right? What it says on your poster.
As many things as possible, yes.
And the buttons are $2.
Correct.
And where can I get those buttons?
There'll be a table set up at the entry of the grounds, and there'll be a variety of people walking around selling them. And many of the stands will have them, like the novelty stand. Some of the food stands, it's difficult to have them at those stands because of the amount of traffic that they get. They have a hard time keeping up with the food demand to be able to sell them. But just look around. You should find a person that has them available.
Now, you said there are a couple of new events this year that you're in charge of.
Well, you could call them events. We're having the former queens, the former ambassadors, and the former grand marshals all on their own floats in the parade. They'll be wearing a 4th of July 125th commemorative button with a statement. It's a ribbon that's hanging from the button that says, former grand marshal, former queen, and former ambassador. In red, white, and blue. Grand marshals
cool.
will be blue, queens are red, and ambassadors are white.
Yeah. I got to take a picture of that before we.
You certainly may. We're selling 125th T-shirts. The design is based on. We used to be known as the North Morristown 4th of July Picnic, because in 1892 when we began, it was a picnic. It was families getting together and having a picnic. And Mom and Grandma would pack the picnic basket with the fried chicken and pie and whatever else and bring it, and everybody gathered together. As years went by, they added the Flex beer, pop, and a few other things, and then it evolved to hamburgers and things like that. So the T-shirt depicts the picnic basket with the old horse and buggy bringing the people to the 4th, the old Model T, Model A style car. You'll see some of those in the parade, as well as North Morristown has to have some tractors in the parade. It wouldn't be a North Morristown parade without a tractor and another tractor and a few more tractors.
That's awesome.
And we won't discuss what color.
No.
Of course, pie. We're known for pies back all the way from 1892 on. The pop bottle kind of reflects era gone by with the old glass pop bottle. And we feature a 44-star United States flag. Why 44 stars? The year 1892, we had 44 states.
Well, I'll be darned.
And, of course, fireworks. You got to have pyrotech here, in the modern day, shooting off the fireworks. So that's our T-shirt. The medallion hunt this year, it's a small version of our actual celebration button, and $125 prize instead of $100 this year. We're also adding a few extra prizes for the kiddie parade, so anybody who has a float like that will have a chance at a little more prizes. We've got a family, which happens to be Pam's family, helped to build one of those great big jumbo chairs that you could sit in and you look like you're a little person. I hope people understand what that is.
Yeah.
And so that'll give people a photo op to take. And
selfie place.
We hope to have that as something that every year, Grandma and Grandpa, Ma, Pa, and the kids can hop in the chair and do their family portrait.
And the giant chair is Uncle Sam, right? The giant chair?
The giant chair?
Yeah. It's Uncle Sam.
What do you mean by Uncle Sam?
Well, it looks like Uncle Sam, the giant chair, doesn't it?
No, it's an Adirondack-style chair.
Oh, okay.
But we do have a special visitor this year. Uncle Sam will be visiting us.
Well, there you go. See? I knew Uncle Sam was there somewhere.
That's correct.
It wouldn't be North Morristown without Uncle Sam. So, Tim, tell us about the fireworks. You were telling me before we hit the airwaves, and you look like a little kid in a candy store when you were talking about how you've more than doubled the fireworks this year.
Fireworks are, when you start shooting them, they become very addicting. They once you shoot one, you want two. When you shoot two, you want four. So I thought for the 125th, I would try hard to at least double the show, and I have accomplished that. Normally, we shoot somewhere between $3,500 and $4,000 worth of product, and this year we're right around $9,000.
Wow!
A lot of that is donated, extra money. With the shows that I've shot, you shoot one show, you do a good job. Somebody sees it and they want their town, and I've gotten shows for the company that I buy the fireworks for. So they gave me a pretty good discount on fireworks this year, so it should be a very good show. Like I said, we got double the product. The thing that makes North Morristown special for me as far as fireworks is the place where it's shot off. It's actually in Mr. Kruger's hayfield is where it's shot off. So it's wide open. I mean, you can see us out there doing our job, shooting them, and everybody. You can see the fireworks actually coming right out of the mortar, right out of the tube, and it's a lot different than your bigger cities where they're shot off in a park, or you can't really see that. All you see is the firework in the air, and it just gives you a whole different experience as to different venues.
So you're close enough to hear the oohs and the ahs?
Oh yeah. Yeah. See, when I pause or something, I give a break or do a kind of a fake finale, so to speak. The crowd just roars, and it's very special. I mean, we did a set piece that's actually illuminates American flag at one of our shows. Actually, it was just on Saturday, and they sang the national anthem, and when they sang, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Then I hit it. And it illuminated the American flag, and it was very special. I actually had an American vet came up to me. I can't remember what war he was from, but he was almost in tears, and that was very touching for me.
Yeah.
Very, very touching.
Makes it very rewarding.
Very, very. So
So without letting the cat out of the bag, is there going to be anything like that in this show?
I may have something up my sleeve. I don't know. I don't want to give it away too much. But
he's not wearing a long sleeve shirt, folks, so I don't know.
I think there might be an American flag. Rumor might be out that there's probably going to be an American flag, and there's some other things that I can do to make things.
Which would be a nice tie-in because they're honoring Vietnam vets this year during the event. So, Juanita, I don't know if Al told you about this new group that's coming. He told me about a new group that's coming.
I'm aware, but I don't really know a whole lot about
And he said this group
them.
is as good as Monroe Crossing, which, Monroe Crossing is probably my favorite Minnesota group.
You probably know as much as I do.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Let's see. The Jolly Huntsman Band will be there. The group I think he was talking about was the Larry Stevenson Band, if I'm not mistaken. The Larry Stevenson Band. They got a couple of performances. Monroe Crossing is back, which I love to hear. The Potluck String Band will be performing. And, of course, the fireworks are shot off at dusk, right?
Correct. It'd be 10 o'clock is usually when I start. Sometimes it's 10:02. I gotta say it's Bozy time, so to speak. And all my spectators usually know that too. So you'll know when they start.
So Pam, you probably have never counted the number of food stands at the North Morristown event, but there's several.
Yeah, there's where I'm located in the pie stand, they also sell tacos in a bag, and on the other end of that stand is popcorn, and then
with real butter, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, lots of real butter.
Oh, yes.
And then in the stand next to that, they sell hot pork and barbecue sandwiches. And then there's the hamburger stand where they sell hamburgers and hot dogs and fries and onion rings.
I can't even imagine the pounds of hamburger they go through. The onion rings are awesome.
Yes, and also on the other end of our stand is the ice cream stand, which has a variety of different flavors of ice cream, plus other ice cream treats, or the freeze pops and that type of thing.
Yeah, I usually get my pie and then walk on over to the ice cream stand and put a scoop of ice cream on the pie.
Yes, that we do have ice cream in the pie stand also, but it's just vanilla. So if you need another flavor, you do have to go next door.
You like pie, Juanita?
Oh, of course.
What's your
Who
favorite?
doesn't? Raspberry.
Raspberry. How about you, Tim? What's your favorite?
Pecan, and my favorite would be my mother-in-law's, of course, because she's sitting next to me.
Well, it is anyway, though, right?
Oh, absolutely.
In
Pam
all
makes a
honesty?
killer, yeah, she makes a killer pecan pie.
She makes killer pies all around, not just pecan.
Well, her daughter must have inherited some of this.
Yeah, she definitely did. They're always hashing over new recipes and what they should do and what they shouldn't do. And I tried this and this didn't work, or of course, I'm just listening in the background because I don't know too much about making a pie. So
But you get to be the taster.
I do, and that's very, very good thing.
You don't have any other daughters, do you, Pam?
I have one other
Oh,
daughter.
I'm just kidding.
Yes. But she's married also.
Oh, okay. Well, that kind of rules that out. So, Carl,
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to go into the color of tractors.
That's right.
But would you give me a guesstimate as to the number of tractors you think are in this parade?
At least 25 to 30. A lot of these tractors are pulling floats. This year will be more because of the celebration of that. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yes.
And there's every kind of tractor imaginable.
Oh yes, there's all the different colors are
You know,
generally
the
represented.
Minneapolis Moline, the John Deere, of course, the Oliver tractors, and the you name it.
Alice Chalmers,
Oh, I was going to forget that one.
Oh, okay.
Massey, big Massey
Oh, he's
fan.
a Massey guy over here, huh? Good thing you sat between them, Pam. So how'd you get your love of
How would I get my what?
Alice Chalmers tractors?
Back in 1944, Pa wanted a tractor, something to plow with and disc with, and he couldn't find a tractor because there was World War II was going on. The only way we'd get them is at auctions, and he'd go to every auction. It didn't make no difference, John Deere, International, just so he had a tractor to plow with. So he got this Alice, and when I bought the farm out for Pa, I had that Alice, and then I just kept playing with them, buying more, and
Sure.
fixing them up, and
My guess is he reminds, every time you sit on it, probably reminds you of your dad.
yeah, that's right, yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Well,
Just a guess. Is there anything else, Juanita, that you want to bring up here before I let you guys go?
Well, we are honoring our Vietnam vets, but we also have a token of appreciation for all of the vets that are there. It's a small star cut out of an American flag that can no longer be flown, together with a little poem that says, "I am part of our American flag that has flown over the USA. It can no longer fly. The sun and winds have caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten. Thank you for your service."
Here's a picture of the chair. Let's see if I can get a picture of that, too. How big is that thing?
It's good size.
It's got to be.
And it weighs a lot. It will be painted, too. This is still in the shed in the makings. Handcrafted by your North Morristown, mostly gentlemen, I believe.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Didn't want to forget that Al and Charlotte Spitzak are the Grand Marshals this year.
Correct.
Obviously a very good choice.
Yes.
They've been around, very heavily involved in this.
I think he said 28 years as chairman, something to that
That sounds
effect.
about right. So, yeah, he told me that I might have to do the parade because he'll be in the parade, which is fine.
You'll do a great job.
Well, I don't know about that, but, I mean, I'm not Al Spitzak. But he's in the parade, so he obviously can't do both. Although he maybe could with a wireless mic. Just a thought. In the parade, announcing the parade, that might be kind of cool. So again, the day begins with a firecracker 5K run and walk. That's growing every year, right?
Last year was our first year, and they tweaked it to work out some of the kinks that they ran into the first year.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was the second, but it was the first year. This is the second.
This is the second year.
The stands, the games all open at 9. The theme basket silent auction begins at 9. The flag raising ceremony is at 9:45. The parade is at 10. Then the patriotic program, which we will be broadcasting live here on KDHL, thanks to some terrific people over in North Morristown. They'll recognize the Vietnam vets. And, Carl, you were telling me this. Dwayne Anderson is a past 3rd District commander.
That's right. He's the 3rd District commander, which he is the 2nd national commander from Minnesota to get elected as the national commander. And also the 3rd District is the district we are in. Morristown, Faribault, Waterville, all that district.
So where's Dwayne from?
Very honored to be have 2 national commanders from Minnesota.
Is Dwayne from Morristown?
No, he's not. He's from
North Morristown, I should say?
No, neither one.
Do you remember where he's from?
No, I don't.
Well, he's in the 3rd District. We know that much.
That's right.
We'll know on the 4th. I guarantee you we'll know.
Right.
Monroe Crossing performs. We already told you that. Jolly Huntsman Band, this is about the 900th year that they've been there, right?
Not quite, since this is only our 125th.
Well, they've been there I'll bet they've been there almost half of the years that the celebration's been in existence. Larry Stevenson Band is at 12:30. There's a horseshoe tournament. Monroe Crossing, 1:30, 4 o'clock. Larry Stevenson again at 3. The Potluck String Band at 7 at night. Downtown Sound is the beer garden at night. And then the big fireworks that Tim's going to shoot off at 10 in the morning. 10 in the evening. For the North Morristown 4th of July event, which is 1 week from tomorrow. You guys ready to go?
We will be.
They got a mow, and that'll be probably this weekend, right?
They have been. They cut it with tractors, and then they've been going with mowers, and then they'll do a final.
Oh, okay. Sounds great.
Final mow.
I'm looking forward to it. Again, that's 1 week from tomorrow. We'll be there with maybe with bells on. I don't know, but we'll be there. That concludes today's edition of AM Minnesota on KDHL AM Faribault, Minnesota.